What's up guys, Everything Apple Pro here, and here I've got the brand new Samsung Galaxy Note 5. It features a stunning redesign, no longer has a removable micro SD or battery, but it is beautiful. It sure is a gorgeous device, and today I'm going to be testing the durability when dropping it and comparing the results to the iPhone 6 Plus. Now, the other day we did the same with the Galaxy S6 Edge Plus, and I gotta say the durability was top notch. Now this thing actually features a thicker bezel, it's slightly larger device, slightly heavier, so I'm curious to see how this thing is going to do compared not only to the iPhone 6 Plus but also to the S6 Edge Plus, which we did the other day. Now we're going to be starting at a waist height drop on both the side and face down, and then the rear shell as well, then go up to a head height, say you're talking on the phone and your phone drops, and then a 10-foot drop. It's a bit excessive, I know, but it's always good to know your phone can withstand those heights when dropping them. So I actually feel really bad doing this because these are brand new devices and I feel bad breaking them, but I want to know how the durability compares with the Corning Gorilla Glass 4 on the Note 5 and the reinforced aluminum compared to the standard ion strengthened glass on the 6 Plus and just that malleable aluminum. I mean, Apple puts this really soft metal into these guys. They bend and they don't do very well when dropping them. So I want to see how these two compare. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. The Galaxy Note 5 has a very thick bezel. I think it'll do very good. And it's slightly raised around the edges, so the screen, unlike the Galaxy S6 Edge Plus, will not impact with the ground first. But let's go ahead and start with the side drop test. And this is about waist height, so taking it out of your pocket and this thing slips out of your hand. And personally for me, when I step out of my car, sometimes I'll keep my phone on my lap and I'll forget about it and boom, there it goes, drops. Anyways, so Galaxy Note 5 first. Waist height, 3, 2, 1. So conveniently remove your stylus just by dropping your phone. So the impact was right here. And this material is very tough. When you do drop it, it doesn't make it all jagged, and it's not so bad as the iPhone. But anyways, everything in working order. Stylus works, no problem. Let's go ahead and do the same to the iPhone. So here's the iPhone 6 Plus. This thing is in mint condition, brand new. Hurts to do this, but let's do it. All right, so waist height. Also dropping on its side. 3, 2, 1. These things definitely make a lot more noise when being dropped. So it was a pretty even hit. Wow. I mean, look at that. This thing just dents in right away. There's a very apparent dent, whereas on the Note 5, the material was more rigid and it's thicker, so it's not as noticeable. It's a little disappointing to me. So let's go ahead and move on to the head height. I know it's not a very common occurrence to drop your phone so high, but it does happen, even to me personally. So it's good to know that your phone can survive it. And this is Gorilla Glass 4, it does so well. Anyways, head height, let's go ahead and drop this guy. 3, 2, 1. Ouch. That hurt. That hurt to listen to. Alright, so again, the S Pen did pop out. As you can see, the wear is not too bad. You can wipe off most of it, and it looks almost as good as new. So everything still works. Display is not cracked. Like I said, it has a very thick border, so it's very unlikely that the impact will reach the display. I'm really rooting for this guy that it survives the entire trial. And the iPhone 6 Plus, as much as I love my iPhone, I don't know, this thing, it just isn't that durable, so I don't know if it'll survive this. But head height, here we go, in 3, 2, 1. Okay, I don't even know, that hurt. Oh wow. So it did chip the corner right here. There's a small chip. There are more dents, and the screen assembly is coming out just a little bit right here. That was a pretty brutal hit, and it's apparent. And this material is so soft. The whole phone is a little bent. Like it goes up right here a little bit. Okay, so clearly, even at this point, we can see that the Note 5, it's structurally rigid. This thing seems very flimsy. And damage-wise, as you can see, it's definitely worse on the iPhone. The display did chip up here. So for this next test, I'm going to mix things up a little bit. Before we shatter the displays, dropping them on the edges, we're going to do a waist height face down test and then rear face down test to see if the camera lenses will crack or if the rear assembly on here will crack because it's made out of glass. And then we're going to go and do the same thing with a head height. Okay, so starting with the Note 5, let's go ahead and do this. I have high hopes for it. Gorilla Glass 4 is super tough. Can't wait until the 5th, it'll be even better. But, okay, about a waist height. Drop, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Wow, okay, so my prediction was correct. The bezel took the impact before the screen did. It's apparent by all these chips around it right here. You know, the screen is looking good, working, everything's in order, this thing is solid. I feel very confident dropping this thing, as funny as that is to say. So let's go ahead and do the same with the iPhone 6 Plus. And here we go. This guy I don't have as much hopes for. It's proven itself to be not the most durable, but again, same thing, face down. Drop test in 3, 2, 1. Solid hit, solid hit. Oh my gosh. You know, it's disappointing. This thing did not do as well. There it goes. It has spider webbed, although the cracks don't look as bad as they did on the last one. So it's still usable. It's just going to be a little annoying having to replace this. These screens are not cheap. So let's go ahead and keep the test going. See if the rear sapphire crystal glass on the back can survive the same fall. And then I'm just going to keep going, see how long this thing can stay alive before it completely zones out and dies. And now the rears. I want to test the rear shell. This one is Corning Gorilla Glass 4. This one is a mixture of metals.